When it comes to your extra cash, there is really nothing worse than keeping it in your savings account. As someone who's worked on Wall Street and now helped people build wealth, I always see people make the same mistake. Half of Americans have more than $8,000 tucked away in their savings account, thinking they're being good with their money, when in reality, it's actually the exact opposite. So in this video, I wanted to share why I stopped saving most of my cash in a savings account and walk you through step-by-step live what to do with your money instead so you can actually do it today. Now, to be clear, I'm talking about your cash outside of your emergency fund. So if you're holding on to extra cash in your brokerage account, your bank accounts, or in a shoebox in the back of a closet, ask yourself, are you making your money work for you in the best way possible? A way that gives you a high yield that isn't locked up, is safe, and isn't a hassle to manage. So what I've been doing is parking my extra cash into these things called short-term treasury bills. Because they offer higher yields than a high-yield savings account, they're safe, and I can take out the money whenever I want to. And it's way easier to do this than you think. And by the way, meet Benito, this is our new puppy. The way it works is you just basically purchase an ETF like you would a stock, and then the ETFs, they put your money into these short-term treasury bills, and you get paid the interest every month, aka passive income, in the form of dividends. I'll include a screenshot here on what I receive in passive income. Now, this is not all from short-term treasury bills, but it's to give you an idea of what is possible with dividends. And again, I'll show you a live step-by-step walkthrough on how you can also do this later on in this video. But first, what is a short-term treasury bill, aka T-bill? T-bills are basically IOUs from the US government. When you buy a T-bill, you're basically lending your money to the US government for short periods of time, like 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. And of course, the US government will pay you interest for that money. In fact, even Warren Buffett recently decided to park a bunch of his cash in T-bills. By the end of the third quarter of 2025, Berkshire Hathaway, who was still run by Warren Buffett at the time, bought about $360 billion worth of T-bills, becoming the largest private holder of T-bills, even more than the US Federal Reserve held at that time. Right now, at the time of this recording, T-bills yield about 4%, meaning if you buy $10,000 worth of T-bills, you could earn $400 in a year. Now, if you're wondering why not just put this money in a high yield savings account, well, here are 3 reasons why I personally prefer putting my extra cash in T-bills. The second reason being the biggest selling point for me. The first reason is the yield for T-bills is generally higher than most high yield saving accounts. Right now, T-bills have a 4% yield, whereas most high yield saving accounts are around 3.5 to 3.7%. And sure, you can find high yield saving accounts with 4% rates, but they tend to be more introductory rates, meaning in 3 to 6 months, it's going to drop back down. Barclays, for example, has a high yield savings account that offers a 4% rate that isn't introductory, but if you actually dive into the fine print, you'll know that you'll need to keep between $250,000 to $1 million in there to get the 4%, which is quite a bit of money. One thing to keep in mind is that the yield for both T-bills and high yield saving accounts, they do tend to fluctuate depending on what the Federal Reserve does. Meaning if they start cutting rates, then the rates will go down for both of these. But just from what I've seen, the interest rates offered on T-bills tend to consistently have higher yields than high yield saving accounts, especially when considering the second reason I prefer T-bills. The second reason is the tax advantages. So the interest income that you earn from high yield saving accounts, you have to pay federal, state, and local taxes on that. But interest income earned from T-bills are exempt from state and local taxes. Meaning if you live in a high tax state such as me in New York City, then the after-tax return can really beat high yield savings accounts even more. Let's say Benito puts $10,000 into T-bills with a 4% yield and also $10,000 into a high yield savings account with a 3.75% yield. In the first year, Benito would earn $400 in interest with the T-bill and $375 in the high yield savings account. If New York City's state and local tax rate is 10%, that means after taxes, Benito would net $337 in a high yield savings account, but with the T-bills, since it is tax exempt, he would net $400. Now, this example doesn't account for federal taxes, but since you have to pay federal taxes for both accounts anyway, I just left that out of the equation to make the numbers a bit easier. Now, 60-something dollars, it doesn't seem like a huge difference, but it definitely adds up over time. And again, this is what I currently receive from my passive income across some of my investments. Imagine the tax savings you can get. You can use this cash to live off of, or you can use it to reinvest back into your portfolio. Personally, I use these dividend payments as part of my overall wealth building strategy, and it's really how I reach financial freedom before I turn 30. I actually created a free resource called the Freedom Builder Starter Kit, which includes some of the tools I use to reach that. I made this starter kit because I personally remember what it felt like to be totally lost with money. So if you want to follow a step-by-step 7-day roadmap showing you how you can get on the path to financial freedom, I'll leave a link down below. Again, it's 100% free. Now, the third reason why I prefer T-bills over a high yield savings account is because they're both really low risk. T-bills are backed by the US government, so it is considered one of the safest investments you can make. Now, to be fair, there is no FDIC insurance with T-bills, unlike with what high yield saving accounts offer, but I personally don't think it's a big deal because if you think about it, right, at the end of the day, T-bills are still backed by the US government. And if the US government fails, then we got way bigger issues. Plus, who do you think backs the FDIC? Also, what I love about T-bills is that they're also very, very liquid, meaning if you need your cash sooner for whatever reason, right, you can just sell your ETFs or your T-bills and get your money back. All right, now let's go over the easiest way you can buy T-bills. The first thing you need is a brokerage account. So if you already have a brokerage account and you just want to know my favorite T-bill ETFs, you can skip to step 3, which is at this timestamp. But if you don't have a brokerage account, you can pick any that works for you because nowadays all major brokerage accounts like Fidelity, Schwab, and SoFi offer the same basic core functionality. I personally prefer SoFi, which is what I'm going to be using for this live walkthrough. And the reason I like SoFi and recommend it to most people is that it is one of the best beginner-friendly options available. It's super simple to set an account up, to navigate it, and it's really easy to use. But again, it's up to you. But if you are interested in SoFi, if you sign up with my link down below or just scan the QR code over here, they currently have a promotion right now where you can get up to $1,000 in stocks for free when you open an account and fund it with $50. Okay, so step 2, now you need to put cash into your brokerage account. This is the cash that you are going to be using to buy the T-bill ETF. Now, when you open up your SoFi account, it should prompt you to already transfer some money. If not, then all you gotta do is push the 3 buttons on the bottom right, click on transfer money, and then you wanna do transfer between accounts. From here, you can add your external bank account and just type in however much money you wanna transfer over into your brokerage account. I already have some extra cash in my demo SoFi brokerage account, so I'm gonna skip that step. All right, so step 3, now we need to actually search for the T-bill ETF that we are interested in. I personally really like SGOV, but there are a ton of other T-bill ETFs out there like BIL and SHV. I'm gonna show you how to search for SGOV. So from the home screen, you wanna click on invest and you click on search up here and you just type in SGOV and it's gonna pop up. I prefer SGOV because if you go down to the expense ratio, it's 0.09%, which is pretty low, which means you get to keep more of your money. What this means in practice is that if your yield is 4%, you have to subtract the expense ratio of 0.09%, so you're really yielding 0.391% in the end. The fee is pretty low, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Think of this as the ETF charging you a convenience fee for using this ETF in this service. And even with the fee, the net yield is still going to be higher than with a high yield savings account. Now, I'm here at the 1-year chart, and you might be wondering why the heck does the chart look so weird, right? It looks so choppy up and down, up and down. And the reason for this is because it's repeatedly paying out the interest payments or dividend or passive income to the shareholders like you and me. For example, if you buy 1 share of SGOV for $100 on February 1st, because it immediately starts putting your money into short-term treasury bills, you're going to start earning interest daily. Then let's say by February 28th, SGOV goes up to $100.40. What happens is that the ETF will actually pay out the 40 cents in cash and dividends into your brokerage account that you can use for whatever you want. Basically, the fund no longer has that interest money. Now it's returned back to the shareholders like you and me. And this pretty much happens every single month. Now again, to be clear, right, the interest rates will fluctuate depending on what the Federal Reserve does with the rates. And the best part is if you need the cash, you can easily sell SGOV and you get your cash back. All right, now step 4 is how do you actually park your cash in SGOV to earn the interest or to receive the dividend payments? So simply what you would do in the SoFi app or whatever brokerage platform you're using, you wanna click on trade on the bottom right-hand corner, you wanna click on buy, and then it's gonna open up this buy screen. You wanna click on shares now, and then you wanna type in how many shares of SGOV do you want. Keep in mind, each share of SGOV is $100. In this case, I have $153 in buying power. So I'm just gonna type in 1 share. I'm gonna click on the button review and you can check out your entire buying confirmation page. And in this case, you just slide to confirm like that. And congratulations, your trade is all set and you purchased your first share of SGOV and then you click on done. If you need your money and you want to get it back, what you got to do is just click on trade and then you click on sell and you go through the same entire process, except this time you're selecting the number of shares you want to sell. Now, a very important thing to keep in mind is that although I am using the word invest a lot in this video, I personally do not consider investing in a T-bill ETF as a form of investment. The way I look at it and how I treat it as part of my overall strategy is that it's just a high yield savings account alternative. I believe it's a fantastic option if you have extra cash on the sidelines outside of your emergency fund. So maybe you're saving for a down payment on a house, maybe you're saving for a wedding, or waiting for a dip in the stock market. In other words, this alone is not going to make you rich. Now, what can help you build real wealth? Well, it's knowing the best way to invest. So check out this video over here where I show you what I would do if I started investing today in 2026. It's all about building wealth to buy freedom. See you there.